This is TVC News at 10, reaching you live from our headquarters here in Lagos. We begin in Niger State, where the aircraft that departed Zungeru Primary School en route Kaduna was later discovered to have crashed near Chukuba Village in Shiroro local government area. A Nigerian Airforce Mi-171 helicopter on a casualty evacuation mission crashed today at about 1 p.m. In a statement by the Nigerian Air Force, efforts are currently ongoing to rescue the crew and passengers on board the helicopter, while preliminary investigations have commenced to determine the probable cause of the crash.
The helicopter was en route Kaduna on an evacuation mission from Zungeru Primary School after evacuating bodies of soldiers killed in a Sunday afternoon attack. It later crashed near Chukuba Village in Shiroro local council, one of the most affected areas by bandits. Sources said 10 soldiers lost their lives in that attack and 50 bandits were killed, while many others sustained various degrees of injuries. There was a resurgence of attacks in the last 8 days around Wushishi, Munya and Kotungura axis. The Niger State Emergency Management Agency reported that about 1,000 persons have been displaced by these attacks, and some are currently in temporary IDP camps in some primary schools in Kotungura. The Nigerian Air Force said efforts are ongoing to rescue the crew and passengers on board the helicopter that crashed today, while preliminary investigations have commenced to determine the probable cause of the crash, although local sources in the village said the aircraft was shot down by one of the bandits' camps. No details yet regarding the details of persons on board the aircraft. The Niger State Governor Umaru Bago has also condoled the Nigerian Air Force over the incident and promises continual support to complement their efforts in combating terrorism. Chenemebameyi, TVC News, Mina.
Defense correspondent Sifon Essien joins us for more on this story. Sifon, what are you hearing from the Nigerian Air Force? It seems not much has been revealed as regards this crash.
Well, we know very little about what has happened, but one thing is certain: it was a mission for evacuation. Now, we don't know if it was a case of medical evacuation or casualty evacuation, and it was headed for Kaduna when the incident happened. Of course, we expect the Air Force authorities to.
Well, probably we have to get back to Sifon subsequently when we can hear him clearly. Let's turn to Benue State, where Benue residents have called on the federal government